This is America. This is America. Woo! What's going on, y'all? I hope everybody is blessed, well, healthy, and that nothing but the best is going on in all you beautiful people's life. I'm here to see Tucker put his foot down. And y'all know he's standing on 10, especially after he got fired from Fox. Oh, Tucker been putting them big feet down. Put them big feet down, man. Shout out to the true patriots around the world, my brothers and sisters, man. More news is hitting the fan. More things are coming out every single day. I told y'all, man. I hope y'all are ready. Everybody's still in a huge shock after that debate. You know, a lot of memes were created. History was made. And they're probably going to be talking about this for centuries. You know? I told y'all, we're living in some of the biggest history yet, man. I hope y'all understand that, man. They're going to be making all kind of movies, all kind of documentaries, you name it. All kind of stuff is going to come out years after our time. Simple as that, man. But I want to see this Tucker video. This was coming from Benny. I want to get his breakdown in too. But let's check it out, man. Let's go and jump straight in, y'all. Boy. Oh, Tucker. Tucker. I tell you, these intros be something. Let me turn this volume up. These intros be something.
What's up, guys? Your boy Benny. There are very few truly clarifying voices inside of the landscape of American politics, and one of those is Tucker Carlson. In times when the world shatters, right? When the crust of the earth like splits open and there's like an earthquake, a political earthquake, particularly, and a cultural earthquake, like when Joe Biden has an absolute dementia seizure, Alzheimer's seizure, live on TV for 90 straight minutes. You seek out clarifying voices like Tucker's. And the reason why everybody seeks out clarifying voices like Tucker's is because you look for people who have never lied to you. You look for people who aren't paid propagandists. So many in the corporate press, virtually everybody in the corporate press, right, left, and center, are all paid propagandists who are speaking power to truth. And the reason the First Amendment was written is to speak truth to power. The First Amendment, reporters, journalists, truth tellers were supposed to fight on our behalf the tyrannical, oligarchical kleptocracy, the power, right, that is trying to put a boot on the back of all of our necks. But in our bizarro world right now, with the broken matrix that we live in fact, most people inside the corporate press with megaphones, they are tools of power. They are tools of the institutions that wish to oppress us, and Tucker Carlson is not. And it makes Tucker Carlson in these moments somebody who has insatiable takes on the debate. And just about 12 hours ago, Tucker Carlson released his actual take on the debate. You know, it was a deafening silence, as they say. But Tucker Carlson popped up, finally, and said, you know what? This is what Joe Biden's dementia, seen from 10,000 miles away, looks like. This post has gotten 33 million views, has gotten 30,000 reposts, and 100,000 likes. It's gotten 13,000 saves. It's fair to say this thing has gone as nuclear as any response to
33 million views. Oh, and that boy Tucker be putting his foot down. Ah! Woo! Yeah. I'm telling you, after that Fox movement, man, Tucker been baking cookies, pies. I mean, any kind of pie you could think of, he's baking it. Any kind of dessert, cookies, cakes. I mean, and Tucker's adding a little bit of ice cream on it. It comes with ice cream. Free ice cream. Oh, Tucker, you're so nice. You're giving us free ice cream with it too, buddy? Oh, man. I tell you, what an amazing fella.
Joe Biden's debate performance. And for good reason. Because what Tucker Carlson actually does here is call out the institutions that allowed it to get this bad.
Yep.
That allowed the gaslighting about Joe Biden's condition to carry forward, and now they're just scared that you all know what they've known for a very long time.
Woo, and now they're throwing again, like y'all seen the gaslighting that took place even yesterday. Oh man, with Nancy Pelosi. Oh boy, they're putting gas. They're throwing vodka on the floor and lighting it up. Yeah, vodka. Yeah, they pulled out the alcohol bottles, man. People are getting up on there drunk. Oh, Joe's just fine. His cognitive ability is just fine. The one that has dementia is Trump. What? Oh, it's a cheap fake, a deep fake. It's edited. But then the same clip plays on MSNBC and CNN.
They are the protection mechanism for power. It's what makes them so evil, and it's why it's so important that we build an independent media. Tucker Carlson on his Tucker Carlson network releasing this video. So awesome. Let's begin with Tucker's introduction.
And today, and they had the presidential debate, the U.S. presidential debate. And maybe some of you saw it, and if you did, well, it was amazing. It was amazing on every level. But what was especially amazing was afterward they went to the panel of assembled Democratic operatives posing as journalists, and all of them were like shocked to discover that Joe Biden has dementia, like they couldn't believe it. What? Oh my gosh! He's non-compos mentis! No way! Are you serious? And I'm thinking to myself, what year is it? 2024-ish? Middle-aged people identify with that? Okay, 2024, people are saying. It was 2019 that I heard from a friend of mine who was friends with his sister, Val, that the family was very upset because Joe has dementia and he's running for president. And, well, I said this on TV, by the way, at the time, and was denounced as a racist or something. I mean, everything, in the United States, like, that's just like the all-purpose term for shut up. Yeah. Racist! I was like, I think he's white. Shut up, racist! Okay. Anyway, But his sister had told a friend of mine, like an actual friend of mine, one of my neighbors, that the family was upset and that his son, sadly, had passed away. By the way, not in Iraq fighting a war for freedom, but of cancer. I don't think he's aware of that. But sad. And that the family was convinced he needed to kind of get it out of his system by running for president. But of course, no one's going to like make Joe Biden the nominee because we had Pete Buttigieg for that. Who's now it's a joke, but at the time they were like, people are going to love Pete Buttigieg. He's incompetent, but he's gay. Great. And then people were like, what? No. So they had to go to Joe Biden, and he actually became the nominee, and then somehow became the president. And but it was obvious the whole time that he had no idea where he was, and that it was cruel, and that his grasping, horrible wife, who like poses as a doctor, was pushing this so she could go to state dinners. And everyone knew.
Doctor, he's a doctor, she's a doctor, everybody's a doctor!
This, like, there's not one person who didn't know this.
So what Tucker begins here with is saying what a known secret Joe Biden's dementia was, and how these people have lied to you. And Tucker Carlson, of course, up until just recently lived right next to Hunter Biden. Do you know that Tucker Carlson's neighbor in Georgetown, where he lived, was Hunter Biden? They were neighbors. Tucker Carlson knows this family and knows them very, very well. Knows everybody who has direct access to the Bidens. And so when he pops off about, of course, the media protection mechanism and the basic understanding that Joe Biden already had dementia when he ran for president in 2020, this becomes quite shocking. And so Tucker Carlson, of course, being the kind of person who can really turn the screws there, and then he continues.
Even given the high standards of politeness offered to foreigners in foreign lands, everywhere I've traveled around the world for the past 4 years, and it's been a lot of countries, people are like, so Joe Biden, how is he? And you're like, well, I think he has dementia. He certainly does. Like everybody knows. Because they have, I can't remember, the internet. And it has video on it. And it takes about 15 seconds to determine the leader of the most powerful country in the world with this mass nuclear arsenal involved in 2 simultaneous wars doesn't know what day it is. And that's really scary.
For real, everybody needs to hear this, man. Everybody, it's not funny, man. I know we didn't laugh, we didn't laugh so hard, so started crying, and we farted live on camera. I know some of y'all probably laughing still, but look, it's not funny. It's elderly abuse. And shame on the family. Shame on Jill. Hands behind your back. Shame, man. Then they want to say what we were seeing ain't real. Call me and my Patriots stupid. All what you're seeing isn't real. Those are AI edited. Those are edited, cheap fake, deep fake.
Scary. But if you come to the United States and you're in the media envelope, this like fake world created by this disinformation specialists who run our media, that's never mentioned at all. It's like everyone pretend. It would literally be like everyone pretending Jacinda Ardern is like a legitimate person, which they may have done in New Zealand. I wasn't there. You know what I mean? When people say, "Oh, that's the prime minister," what? It's ridiculous, actually. But everyone sort of plays along like it's not happening. And the whole Emperor's New Clothes story is based on this phenomenon, which is a very human phenomenon. But for the media today to be like, wow, we just got the diagnosis, this is shocking, he can't run for president. Kind of, either they're really stupid, like too stupid to breathe unaided, or they're liars. They're truly dishonest. They're hiding the obvious from you. And I'm betting on the latter, but even more amazing was the response to that. So remember that our media are not just observers of reality or describers of reality, people who bring you the story first on the scene. No, they're the gatekeepers to reality. You don't know what the world looks like except through them. Like they are the pipeline through which all information flows. And in the United States, they're political actors. They work for a political party.
What?
So Tucker Carlson calling out the reality that our press are doing this and are lying to you, and they're angry because now the lie is up, the gig is up. And they must now serve their masters once more and call for Joe Biden's recusal, call for Joe Biden to step down. And is that going to work? Does it actually work when you claim to be a defender of democracy, but nothing that you ever, no agenda that you ever push actually even remotely reflects democracy? What is democracy exactly? And this is the part where Tucker Carlson really gets into the true grit of what we are facing right now. We're not a democracy. That's not what this country is all about. Democracy is when the majority of people get what they want over time. We live in the opposite of that.
All of a sudden today, these defenders of democracy are like, well, I mean, obviously Joe Biden's got Alzheimer's and he's super unpopular. He can't win. Therefore, we need to replace him. And it's like, wait a second. He was already elected in the biggest landslide ever. I don't know if you knew that. Like he got over 1 billion votes, in our country. He got more votes than Black Jesus. And because he's just so unbelievably popular, people just love Joe Biden. It was a landslide, literally a landslide in 2020. And that gives him the authority to do whatever he wants, whether you like it or not, because so many of your neighbors voted for him. You don't know their names, but it happened, okay? It happened. It's sort of like...
I love how he's throwing, like, if you understand what everybody, we all know what what he's hinting at and what we all know what took place. I know we can't fully go into detail because we want to stay in the guidelines, and we don't want nobody messing with us. But we don't know what the name is, and now we're seeing a lot of whistles being blown. More news is hitting the fan of what took place. A lot of things that got caught on camera. But hey. They said we're losing our minds. Conspiracy theory. Oh, it didn't happen. Oh, they're lying. They're making stuff up. They can't accept defeat. But, me and my Patriots, we know what happened, what took place. And, the truth is shining in the light now. Shining in the light. And like we say, for the good and for the bad.
COVID deaths, you never actually met anybody who died of it, but millions did die. Everybody voted for Joe Biden except you, so shut up. So he has this mandate, this moral mandate to do literally whatever he wants, import 30 million people illegally, and you're not allowed to say anything about it, racist. And yet, at the same time, and then Democratic primary voters, just like the other day in our system, the members of the party vote for their nominee. He's elected by his own party. People actually went to the polls, cast a ballot for him. But all of a sudden, because he might not win against the orange man, we need to take his job away from him by force and let the donors put someone in there who can beat the orange man, because that's democracy. And that made me start to think for the first time, maybe we're defining the word democracy a little differently. Maybe you've got a different understanding of what that means. Maybe you think democracy is when we do exactly what you and 8 of your friends want. That's what you think it is. Whereas I think democracy is when you do the will of the majority over time.
Elon Musk saying he makes a great point about democracy, and of course, again, this is going as viral as any of the reactions to the debate.
We already knew Elon was gonna say something, man. He's been going crazy on Twitter, man, and I love it. I love his tweets, man. Elon has been stepping and putting his foot down. He's been the biggest troll of them all, but in a good way of trolling. Love it.
So this is why they are so scared of this moment, because they have lost control. And because we, independent media, are actually shattering the protection mechanism that they had around Joe Biden and everyone. And it is a really, really inspiring moment. Support independent media, support Tucker Carlson's network, subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you.
Salute our brother Benny, man. And salute everybody that's been showing so much love on my show. And we've been having such, it's been ridiculous, you guys, of all the love that is poured in, man, and support. I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, man. We are wishing the best in all you guys' life, your family, and we get this thing turned around, and it might just be a landslide come November, and we encourage everybody to go out and vote, man. I love y'all. We got to spread that love, man. One love, baby. One love, man. But hey, I'm ready to crack open a cold one in November. Comment down below if you're ready. And hey, I will catch y'all in the next one, man. Peace and love, y'all.